A courtroom soaked in silence, tension, and the wreckage of what once was a family. Kody Brown, once the proud leader of a sprawling polygamous empire, stood alone, no wives. No allies, facing a brutal legal battle between Janelle and Robyn. This wasn't a reality show taping. There were no producers calling the shots. This was real, raw, ruthless. Tears blurred the edges of loyalty. Secrets spilled like broken glass across the floor. And the air, thick, choked with betrayal, grief, and a legacy buckling under its own lies. No one here was just a spectator. Every person sitting on those unforgiving wooden benches was watching a dynasty die in real time. When the courtroom doors swung open, Kody entered like a man walking toward a funeral his own. The bravado, the TV charm, it was gone. His steps were slow, his face pale, his shoulders bowed under years of denial and regret. He didn't glance at the crowd, the cameras, or the bailiff. His eyes stayed locked ahead on the bench, on the judgment, on the wives who once carried his name. Robyn sat to his right, hollow-eyed, broken, clutching a tissue soaked through with tears. Her face bore no makeup, just pain. Beside him on the left, Janelle, stone-faced, steel-eyed. No emotion, just resolve. Her stare could cut through walls. Behind her, their grown children, arms folded, expressions unreadable. They weren't Kody's children in that moment. They were witnesses. The judge, cool and composed, broke the silence. This hearing concerns the division of communal assets, its claims of emotional abandonment, its temporary custody regarding dependents under 18. A collective gasp rippled through the gallery. This wasn't a divorce. This was a civil war. Janelle's lawyer rose first, precise, blistering. This is not about property. It's about a man who weaponized spiritual leadership to dodge emotional responsibility. Of testimonies, financial records, and years of text messages showing a pattern of favoritism, neglect, and deception. Kody flinched, but Janelle, unmoving, icy. She didn't need to speak, her silence screamed. Robyn's attorney followed, measured but firm. My client does not seek vengeance. Only recognition of the emotional fallout from years of media, pressure, family collapse, and misrepresentation. She sought unity. She got blame. Then came the moment. The judge looked up at Kody. Mr. Brown, would you like to make a statement? He stood slowly. His voice cracked before he even began. I never thought we'd end up here. I started with faith, with love. But somewhere along the way, I lost what that meant. I hurt people. I know that now. He paused as drifting toward his children. They watched, unmoved. I thought love could be shared, but maybe I forgot how to love at all. The room didn't move. No one breathed. It wasn't just a confession, it was a collapse. The judge nodded. Court is in recess. 30 minutes. Her gavel fell. But the real blow came next. Robyn stood. She walked to the witness stand like a widow at a gravesite, dressed in black, not for drama, but mourning. Her hands shook as she held a stack of weathered, yellowed letters, Kody's handwriting on each. These, she whispered, were written when he still loved me. The courtroom leaned in, even when he chose me. He resented me. Christine, Janelle, Mary, they hated me for it. I didn't want to replace anyone. I just wanted to belong instead. I was the match that burned it all down. Janelle's lawyer rose, ready to object, then hesitated. Even he couldn't deny the gravity of what was happening. I remember the night he gave up, Robyn said. He sat at our kitchen table and whispered, Robyn, I think I'm done trying. They hate me. Her voice cracked. The courtroom didn't stir, because every person in that room understood this wasn't just the end of a marriage. It was the public death of a family myth. They hate us. A sharp breath escaped from the gallery. Janelle's daughter. Maybe? Robyn's voice trembled but pressed on. He stopped being a husband the moment he started choosing favorites. She paused, brushing away tears. And that favorite was me. I never asked for it. Her eyes cut toward Kody, who stood stiff, unable to meet her gaze. "Do you even know what it's like?" she asked, her voice breaking. "To be blamed for everything. Manipulative. Controlling a homewrecker. That's what they call me." She inhaled sharply, steadying her voice. "All I wanted was love. A safe home. A father for my children." Her tone turned cold. "But no one saw the late nights I spent alone, crying while he was silent. No one saw the texts I sent him pleading to call Janelle, to visit the other children, to be present." She held up a letter. He wrote this: "I see the pain I cause, but I can't stop. I want peace, but all I feel is guilt." That's Kody, not the man on TV. The real one crushed under the weight of the dynasty he built and then abandoned. Tears streamed freely now, but she made no effort to hide them. "You all think I ruined this family. I didn't. I was just the last one standing when it collapsed." The judge leaned forward, voice soft yet firm. "Mrs. Brown, what are you asking this court for?" Robyn drew a breath, gathering herself. "Not money, not revenge. I want the truth on record. That I tried, that I loved. That I stayed, even when I was hated for it. And that I will raise our children alone if I must, but with peace and with boundaries." As she descended from the witness stand, her body shook. She returned to her seat and for the first time let a tear fall without wiping it away. The courtroom was still. Kody dipped his head into his hands, less exposed, more shattered. The silence held until another figure rose. Janelle Brown. She walked with calm, no trembling hands, no tissues. If Robyn was the storm, Janelle was the still before it hit. She took the stand, eyes locked on the judge. "Please state your name." "Janelle Brown," she replied evenly. "And your relation to the parties involved." "Spiritual wife to Kody Brown for over 25 years. Mother to 6 of his children. And now advocate for all of them." A pause. "Then let me be clear. This isn't about alimony. This is about my kids." Her words landed like thunder. They needed a father. What they got was absence. Not missed dinners, forgotten birthdays, skipped graduations. Emergency room visits with no one but me. Her voice remained steady, but the weight beneath was volcanic. One of those boys is no longer with us. The temperature in the room dropped. Even the judge shifted. Garrison didn't just die from grief. He died from abandonment. Her voice quaked, but the dam held. He begged his father to visit, left messages, waited on holidays for a call that never came. When he died, Kody wept for the cameras. But my son never heard those tears, a sniffle. One of Janelle's daughters discreetly wiped her cheek. Kody couldn't lift his head. And now Janelle continued, her tone sharpening. Now, he wants joint custody of children he hasn't seen for 3 Christmases. The same man who spent those nights at Robyn's while we buried our hearts again and again. She shook her head. This isn't revenge. This is defense. My kids deserve protection. They deserve truth. She looked squarely at Robyn. For the first time, plural marriage was supposed to be about unity. Shared love, shared parenting, shared strength. But that ended when Kody made you the center of his world. And I don't say that to blame you. I say it because that's the moment. My children stopped mattering. Robyn stared down, silent. They hate us. A sharp breath escaped from the gallery. Janelle's daughter, maybe. Robyn's voice trembled but pressed on. He stopped being a husband the moment he started choosing favorites. She paused, brushing away tears. And that favorite was me. I never asked for it. Her eyes cut toward Kody, who stood stiff, unable to meet her gaze. Do you even know what it's like? She asked, her voice breaking. To be blamed for everything? Manipulative? Controlling a homewrecker. That's what they call me. She inhaled sharply, steadying her voice. All I wanted was love, safe home, a father for my children. Her tone turned cold. But no one saw the late nights I spent alone, crying while he was silent. No one saw the texts I sent him, pleading to call Janelle, to visit the other children, to be present. She held up a letter. He wrote this: I see the pain I cause, but I can't stop. I want peace, but all I feel is guilt. That's Kody, not the man on TV. The real one, crushed under the weight of the dynasty he built and then abandoned. Tears streamed freely now, but she made no effort to hide them. You all think I ruined this family? I didn't. I was